Hello, my name is Linda Kennedy, and I'm one of the librarians at the Ventura College Library. First, I would like to share with you ways that you can contact us should you have any questions or would like more assistance with your research. If you have not already done so, the best place to start is the Ventura College Library homepage. You can get there by searching for Ventura College Library or enter the following address into the URL bar, venturacollege.edu/library. On this page, you will find our contact information as well as links that will allow you to either schedule a research appointment or instant message us through this chat widget, which you can find at the lower right-hand corner of the page. Your professor has informed me that you have an upcoming literature review project. And since there are quite a few sources that you'll be needing, using the library resources will be a must for this project. Before we get into the actual research, I want to begin with a quick comparison of sociology and psychology. This is important because there is a distinct difference between the two fields of study, and we want to make sure that you are using the correct research for this class. To help differentiate between the two is to evaluate the titles and content. If you see that the information focuses specifically on the individual and or their mental processes, that would be psychology-focused research. What you will be needing are studies that look at larger populations, such as communities or even societies. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into what the library has to offer. I will go ahead and enter some search terms directly into the search box provided here on the library website. When you click search, you'll be taken to the platform that we call OneSearch. Okay, so here are the results from the terms that were entered back on the library homepage. There are quite a few results, and if you look at the titles, it appears to include a wide range of topics. This doesn't mean we have to start over though. We just need to add more specifics to the original search phrase. And to do that, we can open the advanced search feature and add additional terms into the fields that are provided. While this feature may look somewhat intimidating, it really isn't, and it can be a very helpful tool in getting those results that you are looking for. The drop-down menu options and or and not are what we call Boolean terms and are ways to give more specific instructions to the search engine. For example, if I select and, then enter the search term LGBTQIA+, the results will pull up information that includes both terms rather than everything about each individual phrase. If I wanted the results to cover everything about safe spaces and everything about LGBTQIA+, I would use the Boolean term or. And finally, if we want to exclude a phrase, then we would use the Boolean term not. You can also see that we can improve the search results by including specifics such as date range, material type, and even language. The date range is an important consideration for this project. Science and technology are fields where things evolve and grow quickly. Information can become outdated in as little as 5 years, depending on the subject. So keeping the date range between 3 to 5 years old will be helpful to include the sources with the latest and most up-to-date research. Now, let's take a look over to the left-hand side of the page. Here you will see even more filters, which can help to narrow your results down even more, like selecting for only peer-reviewed sources, or even narrowing things down to specific subject areas. Now, you may be asking yourself, why can't I just search on Google? And you can, however, keep in mind that even if you use Google Scholar, access to those full text and being able to confidently determine whether the article is peer-reviewed, it's not quite as straightforward as just using the filters that are provided within the library databases. Google can be a great place to become more familiar with your topic, and often you can find words and phrases that can be used later in the databases to refine your results. Okay, so this may have narrowed things down a little too much, but that's okay. Let's take a look at this result. Your professor will provide more details about what a literature review is, but I just want to point out that if you have not written a lit review before, it's important to note that it isn't the same as an annotated bibliography. A literature review requires that you dig into the research and provide evidence from the studies to establish a strong background or foundation for the position that is being presented on the project. This paper actually appears to be a literature review, which, as you can see, looks a bit different than an annotated bibliography. Also, the content of this article is laid out in such a way that it demonstrates how existing research supports the author's position. So, I believe the requirement for this assignment is to have 6 articles or sources included in your references list. This doesn't mean only pull 6 articles and call it good. Research is rarely, if ever, a straight line, and you may find that after going through 3 to 4 articles, a pivot or a redirection of your research is going to be needed. So this means that in the end, you will be including your best articles, not just the first 6 that initially came up. Okay, one last thing before I go. We just explored the OneSearch platform in this example. So what if you want to dig into a specific database, such as the EBSCO database, Sociology Source Ultimate, or ProQuest Research Library? No problem. Everything we just covered will be the same within the databases. The color scheme and layout may be a bit different, but the function is the same. So use those Boolean terms and filters to generate the best usable list of results. And if you run into any problems or have any questions, your Ventura College librarians are standing by to help.